What's going on, guys? Liam here, and today we're going over the team list for round 4 of the 2023 NRL season, and some big ins and outs this week. It's going to shake up a few results, I think, in the end. And this is why we do the team list, guys. Don't want to place your tips or any bets down on any teams until you've gone over the team list. So we'll make sure we go through these over every week, and then tomorrow we'll also bring out predictions, and then obviously do a recap on Sunday as well, guys. So to stay up to date with everything, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we will get things rolling, man. I'm excited. There is so many good games this week, and I cannot wait to get into them. And what a way to start. Let me just have a sip of my drink. Parramatta desperate for a win. Grand final rematch. Penrith with the week off. It's going to be tough for Parramatta. They do get Ryan Madison back. Dory drops back to the bench. Dunster and Munster are the only two notable people back. But, man, it's Parramatta are going to be desperate. They don't want to go 0-4, and there's a very good chance they will. And Scott Sorensen back as well. He had a concussion, and he'll be jumping back in on the bench there. So Penrith pretty much at full strength as far as their team's concerned. But, yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's going to be a big game, and yeah, like I said, Parramatta are in trouble, and Penrith want to prove a lot of people wrong. They love smashing Parramatta. Parramatta like beating them too, though. So who knows? And I just cannot wait for that one. It's going to be so good. Next, Storm Tigers. Tigers flailing. Melbourne patchy is being nice. Now, there is a couple things here. Cam Munster has been re-included, but Jerome Hughes is listed, but he has been given a one-game suspension, so I'm not too sure if that's because they're fighting it or whatever, but yeah, he is actually listed, so we'll have to wait and see, but more than likely Jerome Hughes will be out, and Storm don't have a good record with Jerome Hughes out, so however, I still think they'd probably get the bickies against West Tigers. They have been awful. They've been so bad. I know they made a little bit of a comeback at the end of last week's game, but pretty damn average. Game of the round: Broncos Dolphins. Somebody's O's got to go. Battle of Brisbane. However you want to promote it, it's going to be a good one. And Dolphins a few ins and outs, and Broncos unchanged. Looking good. Looking the goods. Looking solid. The team to beat as far as I'm concerned at the moment. So Nikorima, I know he's not in. He was included last week, but King is out still, and I think that's a big out, to be honest. And again, Kafusi is listed, but he's been charged as well for 3 weeks, but they are fighting that too. But that's 50-50 whether he'll play. I don't think he will be, but we'll have to wait and see. Jared Wallace is back as well from personal leave. I think he had just a literal personal issue he had to deal with and couldn't play last week, so a good reserve forward coming back in. But possibly missing Kafusi, which would suck for them because he's been their hit man. All right, a couple Cowboys Titans up in Townsville. This is a big game, and my favourite little flying mullet club, Ruben Cotter out. I'm not too sure how long for, whether this is just a niggle. He was awful last week. He didn't look like he had that same punch, so maybe he's just carrying a niggle and he's out for a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see. Neem's been named in at the prop position to replace him, so solid player, but definitely doesn't have the punch that Cotter has and the fast play the ball that Cotter has. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But Titans have been pretty average, and Cowboys pretty average as well, to be honest. But this is going to be a good game. This is a good yardstick game to see where Cowboys' depth's tested. Let's see how good the Titans actually are, and I can't wait for that one. It should be really good. But yeah, big out, man. Big out. Rabbits, Seagulls. Seagulls flying high. Bunnies not looking quite as they do, and they have a bit of an injury ward. Sele out, Shaq Mitchell out, Tavita Totola out as well. That's their whole middle gone, and they're going to struggle in the forward pack. I mean, Tom Burgess is playing pretty good. Fafita comes in. Kumatangi. It's just... yeah, they're looking skinny up the middle. This could be rough for them this week. This is a big game for Seagulls. They could make a statement here with a big win over the Bunnies. So I thought is it Shakay or Shaq? We'll just call him Shaq. Shaq's a cooler name. I think he's been enormous. I said in an interview with in a previous video, I said I believe I didn't really think Shaq was that good. I was like, he's really only in the team because his last name's Mitchell, but I was wrong, man. He's really, really good. I was surprised. He's been enormous the last few weeks. So big outs for them. Warriors, a couple big outs. Mitchell Barnett, he was an accidental crusher, and he lost feeling in his arms. I don't think he lost it in his legs, but he lost all feeling in his arms and got taken to hospital. So that's nerve stuff. That's not good. And Wade Egan out as well. I thought he was enormous last week and has been really, really good. Massive out for them. So Lussick comes in and Jackson Ford gets put in that position there too. So this is a big game for the Warriors. I mean, another big one. They're sitting fifth at the moment on the table. A big win here over the Doggies. That's a really good start to the year for them. So they'll really be getting up for this one. And Doggies are unchanged. Karl Alopu comes in, just on the reserves, obviously. But interesting to see when he'll get a run. Maybe an injury might have to come, but yeah, he's a gun. All right, Knights Raiders. Knights desperate for a win too. I think they've been pretty average. Raiders really need to get their season started. And Kurt Mann's back, which is good. Tyson Frizzell's back, but he's only listed in the reserves. If he's fit, he obviously starts. So I'm thinking maybe they might just be testing to see how he goes throughout the week. But, man, Knights need him in the team, man. They need him bad. So I thought Lachlan Fitzgibbon doesn't look right to me either, just watching him the last couple of weeks. He seems to get up limping a lot and sort of walking away holding things and stuff like that. So I think Fitzgibbon might be holding something. So I think they really need to get Frizzell back. And then we got this is actually a pretty good game too. Both teams sort of, bit patchy, but looking okay. But look who's back. I didn't even highlight it. Rookie. Nico Hines is back, and that's huge. Obviously, Dally M half of last year. I really felt like they were missing him the last few weeks. Like, he's just they've been good, but just that little bit of X factor, and they probably are 3-0, looking like they were last year. And I think Nico coming back's really, really going to help them. That's going to be good. And I can safely say that Sharkies will be a better team without him, and I really do think Sharkies still look good to me. I know a lot of people have been giving them they're not as good as last year, blah blah blah. Like, they didn't set the world on fire at the start of the year last year either. They just kept banking wins, and then all of a sudden they were top 4. You know what I mean? So still holding out strong for the Sharkies. I think they'll be good, and Dragons, I'm just not sold on them yet at all. Everyone was saying, oh, look, they pushed the Broncos to the 70th minute. I didn't see it that way. I saw Broncos were on top of that, looking pretty comfortable, and just were waiting for the crack, and they cracked, and then they just blew the floodgates open sort of thing. So not sold on them yet. Sharon Woods is back to contribute bugger all meters and a couple penalties. So it's an in, but is it really an in? But we'll have to wait and see how that game goes. But I'm pretty excited about that game too. But man, we've got some crackers. It's going to be a good one, man. I'm really looking forward to that game. Really good yardstick game for both teams. Another real good yardstick game. Another real good yardstick game. Then we've got the blockbuster on the Friday. And then this is probably the least exciting game, but still good to see. I really want to see how Melbourne look with Munster back, and then we started off with this game. God damn. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. Like I said, make sure you sub so we can stay up to date with everything. And let's go, man. Prediction video coming tomorrow, and I'll see you on the next one.